This is the map of the river of the Coulonge. So they would stack up all the wood on the Pompon Lake, and then it would be traveling 187 kilometers down to the Ottawa River, which is in Davidson. All the little dots is where they would have camps for at night whenever they stayed. All the logs were coming down to the mouth of the Ottawa River, and they were all in square timber, so they could make rafts that would be floated to Ottawa, then to Quebec City to be put on ships. Because all our wood were going to Boston, New York, and Europe. That's a pointer boat. They were built in Pembroke, Ontario, and they use it on the log drive. They call them the sweepers. So they were getting all the logs that were on the edge of the riverbanks and bringing them back into the water to make them go to the sawmill. Their bottom is flat, so there was no way of tipping them, and it weighs about 1,500 pounds. On the other side, there was an old building that they had to tear down, but it was called the master's cabin. His job was to look at every end of the log for the company stamp, because Mr. Bryson would charge to use the log slide for all the companies to use the log slide. Mr. Bryson owned the riverway, and if all the logs when it came into the big chute, it would have damaged too much of the wood. So there was a big boom put on right above that wall, a big boom, and all the logs were diverted into the log slide. So they were charging, the last we know about was 2 cents per log. Those are the booms that the guy living in the master's cabin would walk on to verify all the end of the logs, right, for the company stamp. That's how they knew what to charge what company. Basically, this is the squares, and the big boards were all leaked in with chain, and that's where the log master would go and check all the ends of the logs to get the company stamp, because Mr. Bryson owned the riverbed, so he would charge every company so much a log to be using the slide, because they didn't really have a choice to pay it, because going down the big waterfall would damage the wood too much. We have got the information that Mr. Bryson back in the years as the first water-powered sawmill was on this island, and the Bryson house that's on the 148 in front of the covered bridge, was built with all the white pine that was from this island. And back in the days, they were in 1871. Bryson Mill employed 12 men, 3 boys, and sawed 3,000 logs per year, a value of $4,000. This one, all the logs were come down here. And over here, there was a machine that I'll show you later on the island, where there was a log jam, and in the canyon, there was a guy down there with a rifle, and he would shoot one shot, and the guy up here would have to turn big wheels and make a wall come down so the water in the log would stop coming down. Whenever the log jam was done and over with, the guy in the bottom would shoot twice to let them know to raise the wall back up and to continue on. They built this one in 1923. They built that 300 feet long. The original wooden one was 3,000 feet long. It was going all the length of the canyon wall. Making $37.50 per month, working 7 days a week from daylight to dusk. So it wasn't much per hour there. Because they wouldn't get no days off for Christmas or stuff like that. Like once you were in the bush for the winter, you were only coming down with this spring drive. There was no coming down. If you were married, you were allowed to come down. I think it was at Christmas. But if you weren't married, you were staying up in the bush.
Did some drown?
There was some drownings, but there hasn't been no drowning on the Coulonge since 1952. Europeans and people from England and that, so they were coming here to try to establish themselves, and they would get sick and die in the river. Yeah. Because you fall into the cold water in the springtime, then you get pneumonia, of course, and they wouldn't bring them down because most of those guys didn't have any family, so they're still buried on the edge of the Coulonge River. There's still some crosses. People do the canoeing now on the Coulonge. So when it comes to the park, we're a nonprofit organization, so we have a board of directors that makes a decision about what they want into this park. Uh, a few years back, the company is owned by Brookfield Energy, which before that was Brascan, and before that, if I don't mistaken, was Pembroke Hydro. Whenever it was bought out, they want to close the historical park and just have power produced by our waterfalls. So the Women Institute went to Ottawa and they saved our park and make it a circle park for anybody to come and watch the falls. The company has been very good to us. They have a contract with us that when we're open, they give us a water spill over the falls so visitors can come and enjoy the beauty of the falls. But whenever we're closed, they go dry and there's no more waterfalls, so they can produce hydro to serve 8,000 homes in the area. So when it comes to this park, what we would like to see is to bring in more people to be open year round with our camping and see if we can open up some zip line in the winter time. Also have a new kids course that for the families to come in and have more things to do with the kids. And for me personally, the tourism in this area is really, really important, because that's what's keeping the local industries going, and that's what's giving the opportunity for businesses to keep in operation since the wood industry really went down. We got a lot of great fishing and hunting places. We got good outfitters going around, so it's bringing a lot more people into this area for the natural part of it. So we don't have to have big industries, just as long as people know that we have natural parks that has a lot to give to people. I think that's really important for the area. Through the season, we got the falls where people are just coming out for the fall colors. We got springtime where the water level is a lot higher, where the people like the rush and the vibration of the water. We're starting this year with winter camping in yurts and teepees with snowshoeing trails. I'm assuming that's going to bring in a different clientele altogether. For all the month of December, for the ones that are interested, we have a festival of lights where we have a lot of Christmas lights through the path, and the waterfalls are also lit up. We got a big bonfire going on, hot dogs, marshmallow roasting with the kids. Sometimes Santa comes in before Christmas for the little kids, so it's just beautiful weekends. We got music playing throughout the site, so if you just want a peaceful evening with your families and friends enjoying music and the festivities, you should come out and see us at the Festival of Lights. And I've been working here at the falls for the last 13 years. I love working at the falls because I'm outside a lot. I love the nature aspect of it. We got a lot of offer in this park. We got all the history about the log driving. Also, we have aerial activities, and then we got the rock climbing, which is called Via Ferrata. A lot more people are coming in and trying it. Nice to see people conquering their fears of height. We're going to have 2 teepees and 2 yurts, and also we're going to be stringing some hammocks down here, and you got a little bit of a picnic area. The rental fee is $100 per night. That you're 1 or 6, you can sleep 6 people in here. So if a family just wants to come and spend the weekend and have tranquil time, this is the place to be. Now, through the years, what I got to love is the matter that we got more to offer to people, and that we give 100%, make sure that the people are coming in and doing aerial activities or just the walk, and they leave here with a smile. I think that's the most important thing to me. The soul of this place is the historical part of it, is where our ancestors built this town. Without the log drive, a lot of Chutes Coulonge probably would not exist. So it's all the log driving. A lot of our ancestors the hard work, the very hard work that they did on the river to get the sawmills going, and uh, it's just to keep that going because the kids now don't really know what log driving is because now all they see is big trucks, and but there's so much history behind it and we're part of it.